Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new series in Project Zomboid. This one has a bit of a theme to it, as noticed by the title actually just, being a title this time. The series is called Damward Bound. Now, the reason behind that is going to be pretty obvious here when you look at the mod lists for this new series. We are using the map expansion mod Dam Alpha. So this is the current version of the Dam map mod, which is a very large map edition. It gets the actual map position. I'll have it on screen here. Is just to the northeast-ish. It's across the river from like Riverside and like northwest from West Point. It's a very large map expansion, not complete, but a very interesting one that I've been wanting to play around with. In general, I've been wanting to play around with map mods, so I decided to give this one a go for this new series. Yeah, so this is the mod list. It's once again, the mod list is going to be in the description of the video every single episode, so it's easy to get your hands on if you want to use these mods. As far as in comparison to the last series is concerned, it's pretty similar, this mod list. I cut out a little bit of the fat, like mods that weren't really necessary. There was some that I had left in there from like when I play like multiplayer or just like alone and stuff like that. Stuff that just doesn't really matter for this kind of playthrough. So I kind of trimmed those out a little bit, and I added some new mods that I had been looking at since I started the previous series, like the First Aid Overhaul, and a few others. The only things to note with this is just like there's a couple of things that I'm not including. Like, again, I'd recommend you look through these yourself to see if you want them, because a lot of these are like optional things. Like for these, like these specific like sub mods I don't really use, like the lockpicking book and like disable, these only disable spawn, so I don't use those. The only ones where it's like a direct choice is, other than like just disabling stuff, is on like the healing first aid overhaul. So I've chosen the no antizin variant. Antizin is just zombie cure. I already have a mod in this set, like the same one from the last series we did. So I use that for like creating the zombie cure. It's a lot harder to do, I think, than this. So this just removes that from the first aid overhaul mod. Outside of that, it's pretty simple. The load order is just A to Z alphabetical. I didn't really mess with that. I didn't notice any real errors with this pack, so it should be fine. Just be aware that it does include first aid overhaul, so that changes the way that the first aid system works, which I haven't played with, which means it's going to be an experience figuring that out. And also, I'm using the melee weapon overhaul. Simple overhaul melee weapons. So this changes a lot of like the stats and the textures and stuff on melee weapons. So this is also going to be something that I haven't played with yet, so I'm going to be, learning it as I go. And this changes the game quite a bit. So if you don't want something like this, then I'd, recommend disabling this. But I'm going to be running with it because I want to figure out how it works. So that should be it for mod stuff. As far as the actual campaign is concerned, we're going to be doing a custom sandbox as per usual. World 1, because that's the default thing. And then, of course, we could spawn in the new locations, but I don't want to do that necessarily. I decided that I'm going to kill two birds with one stone with this playthrough. I'm going to spawn somewhere that I never spawn. I've never spawned in this place before. And I'm going to then go to Dam to explore it from the outside. And that means I'm going to start at Riverside. Because Dam has, I think it's like 3 different bridges that get added to like actually bridge over the river to go there. And one of them is located at the southeast, I guess, part of Riverside. So that's where we're going to be looking to cross over the river and go to Darker Dam and like figure out how the place works and what it's all about. So we're going to be starting in Riverside, which, like I said, I've never spawned in Riverside before. I've done spawns in Rosewood, West Point, Muldraw. I've even spawned in Louisville on the rooftops before. I've done some kind of like meme things like that. But I've never spawned at Riverside, so we're going to be doing that. I've already pre-done a lot of this, so we've got a preset here. As far as the preset goes, if you're planning on doing a similar thing, this is actually basically the same as the last series that I did, but the only other, so like, you know, disable Bixcalibur because it's cringe. The only thing that I've changed from the last series is I've disabled respawns, so zombies will not respawn. They can migrate, and they will migrate, but they won't respawn. And I've lowered the population start multiplier. Now, this is going to make the game easier at the start, but the reason why I'm doing this is twofold. One, Riverside has a pretty high zombie population, like to the extent of getting a run started will be kind of difficult. And two, I've never been to Riverside before, so I don't want zombies obliterating me early. And I don't really want to get bogged down in Riverside too long. I want to, you know, work on my early game in Riverside and get a decent start going, and then start trying to move my way out. But I don't really want to get, like, gummed up in Riverside for too long. So I'm going with this. But on the flip side, I'm still running with, like, normal population multipliers and the peak multipliers. So as time goes on, more and more zombies will be added into the game. And around 1 month in, about when our previous character died, actually, a little bit shorter than that, will he hit the peak population. So it'll be, you know, as per normal. It's just going to be less zombies right at the very beginning. Same thing as per usual, transmission, saliva only. I don't mess with anything else in this thing here. Weapon multi-hit is the only thing in character that I enable. Everything else is default. I don't change anything in any of these, I think. So yeah, and we've got the same normal zombie count and urban focus. This gets overridden by advanced zombie, you know, the advanced zombie options stuff, so it's all good there. I don't think I've done anything to any of these off the top of my head. So, I mean, you could just, like, I'd recommend looking through these and, like, seeing what everything does and deciding if you want to change anything or not. But I usually don't mess with much in here. I think everything is pretty good on default settings. So, we're going to continue on. Now, I have a character all set up for this. I'm unlike last series, because this one's kind of got more of a focused idea. And keeping in mind some things that happened last series, I've pre-made a character that I'm going to go with. We've got right here our character's stats. So we have no occupation, we're unemployed, which gives us some foraging bonuses, which really don't matter that much, and more importantly, 8 free trait points. So we've taken, for our negatives, overweight and smoker, but for our positives, we've taken fast reader, like to read books, and we're good at it. Generator knowledge, because last series I spent weeks looking for the generator book, and I don't want to do that again 2 series in a row. Like I said, I don't want to be stuck in Riverside for too long, so we know how to use a generator right off the bat. We can just attribute that to the fact that we read a lot. Locksmith, so we understand how to pick and break locks right off the start. We know how to check for alarms, so we're pretty good at that. It also gives us 2 of the lockpicking skill. This is just, again, like to speed things up a little bit, so I can, if I find a car that I like or something like that, I can more easily get into it. I have the ability to hotwire off the bat, and I have no skills for that, so I'm going to have to grind those skills still. But, you know, this will help me a little bit, at least with getting into places. And then we've got 2 skills here. We've got Kenshi and Prowess Blade. Our character has studied the blade, as you can see. They're unemployed, and they studied the blade, and they read a lot. So, this makes our character quite a bit better at bladed weapons, long blade and short blade, but mostly long blade. We've got a +2 to that. Prowess Blade also gives us our weapons that are bladed degrade slower. They deal 20% more damage, have higher crit chance, and that's based on my skill. So our skill with Longblade is at 2 off the bat, which means that we get like a modest boost. But the more we get it higher, the more this applies. So this is a very good skill if I'm going to be focusing Longblade, which I really want to, because Longblade really impressed me in the last series, and I've never really used it that much before. So I'm going to be really trying to get into that and like utilize Longblade weapons a lot more. So yeah, that is going to be the character. That's basically it. I could have taken some more negatives to get some more random stuff. Like, you know, I usually when I create a character, I take like deprived and injured, which gives you quite a bit more points. I think it's like 6 for deprived, and injured is like 4. Yeah, 4. So it's an extra 10 I could have. But I'm kind of trying to make this character a little thematic based off of just what I randomly decided to do. And a lot of these traits don't really matter, per se, because, I mean, you see these are just, like, give you stuff, and every single trait that you see in here, this goes back to mods again, with the D, means they're dynamic, because of Evolving Traits World, so you can earn all of these traits in-game. Now, I'm not likely to be able to, because a lot of them require, like, you know, pretty ridiculously high skills, and let's be honest here, this character's probably not going to live long enough to actually earn most of these skills, but, you know, it's kind of like, why break the kind of thematic thing I'm going for here with, you know, really strong skills when I could just earn them eventually by making my character go through, like, an actual character arc in the game? I think that that's a little more compelling, so we're gonna do that instead. I generally like to do that. The only reason that I took these two, even though they're both dynamic, is because they're thematic for what I'm going for. So anyway, that's going to be our character. And yes, I will point out that the reason why I have Locksmith, but I've taken Unemployed, is because originally I was going to go Burglar so that I could hotwire vehicles and I would have Locksmith by default. But then when I thought about it, well, as I was getting through and like making the character and realizing this is kind of what I wanted to do with them as like a theme, I was like, that doesn't make sense for them to be a burglar. They would obviously be unemployed and sitting on a computer or reading books all day. So obviously I need to take Unemployed instead and screw myself over. So that's where I'm at character-wise. And then I have our character here, Wes Ebart. This is our sort of random, sort of tailored character that we're going to be running for this game. So I think that is everything. Yeah, I think that's everything that I needed to get out of the way. So we're going to get started and see what Riverside and eventually, hopefully, Darkerdam have to have in store for us. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. I'll be back with you as soon as I'm in game. Welcome back, everyone. And here we are with our new friend Wes in Riverside. So, getting started here, we're going to do the pretty typical... Oh, that's actually pretty damn nice. We've got 3 lighters. And I'll just check out our starting house. It's pretty bare bones. Extremely bare bones, actually. Not much at all here. Garbage bag, though, that's good. Always feels good to start a new playthrough in Zomboid. Something magical about the early game experience. Just like trying to scrounge up the little things. Take these. Have to move a bunch of stuff to my this one. Garbage bag. Okay, so. Yeah, so it's a for sale home, that's why there's nothing in it. So, with our current start, main thing that we're going to be trying to do as quickly as possible, secure a weapon, because even though the starting population is low, it is not 0. Yeah, so that guy saw us, so he's gonna start banging. Oh, really? I was gonna go after this guy, but... I mean, if this person wants to duke it out, then... Nah. Pass me on that one, pal. Okay. Nothing to clear that with. I need to check this store for an alarm, though. Thankfully, we are a burglar. Or at least we understand the basics of it. So we know that this house is an alarm. That's good. And also, we're less likely to break windows. Like, break the locks on windows. So that's nice. Alright. Now we're in a much better home here. Much more, useful? Question mark? Where's my garbage bag? What? Oh, you're alive? Oh. I thought you were a corpse. Thought the jump scare sound effect was because of the, like, something I saw at the window or something. What's going on here? Where did I drop the garbage bag and how? Huh? Oh, it got unequipped. Oh, okay, I guess, yeah, because I went through the window with it in my hand. Pardon me if it takes me a minute or two to get, up to speed here. It's been a week for me. Realistically, it's been, quite the whole month. And, I'm not sure it's gonna be getting much easier on me anytime soon, but, you know, that's what it is. I'll try not to let that, drag me down. We'll just, keep it going here. Some nice, relaxing Project Zomboid. Alright, so we don't have... So yeah, this is a pretty interesting, maybe slightly overpowered mod that gives me, like, a readout of all of my, like, current, like, stats, which I think is very useful. Again, kind of overpowered, but with the amount of times I played through this game, and the fact that we just went through a lot of this stuff, I'd rather have something like this on hand so that I don't have to worry as much about hidden stats. Perfectly understandable if you aren't the kind of person to use this, but I think I will for this playthrough. Ooh. A duffel bag. You are a very nice sight this early. So, main things here. This frying pan is not a very good weapon, so we're going to want to get rid of it, pretty quickly. Get rid of all this stuff. Put the unopened pack away. Yeah, so that's the thing I'm concerned about right there. It's thirst, because we haven't found a bottle yet. I'm not gonna start taking food and stuff, really. Drinks for the time being. Let's keep checking out these smaller homes. Just get this area completely checked, and I'll start marking stuff off. I'm gonna try and be a little more I'm gonna try and be a little more reasonable when it comes to, like, keeping things organized and, like, thinking ahead when it comes to, you know, stuff like that in the future. I can't pinpoint it. Bruh. Some fucking burglar you are. Whatever. Just go for it. Yellow. Come on. This is what you get when you base your knowledge off of internet articles. Alright. Oh wait, the frying pan. Do I have a belt? I do. No, I don't. Well, I do, but I can't attach this to my belt. Okay, whatever. Just equip it. Hopefully we'll find an actual weapon that isn't, it isn't so mediocre. You know what? We can do meat tenderizer. It's not terrible. Decent little weapon. Some almond milk. Okay, we can take that with us. Decent drink. Only one room in here. It's probably just the bathroom. Some meds. Alright, bandages, cotton balls, vitamins. Sure. Okay. So, as I went over in the intro, we don't have to worry about the generator issue as much. I mean, we're still going to need a generator eventually, but we're not planning on staying in Riverside long term, so we kind of can just ignore it. I'm just gonna have to hope that that Darker Dam has good spawns for stuff like that. No idea if it does or where those spawns would be. I mean, the map itself is, or the area itself is quite large, so it's I think it's quite likely that we'll find what we need, and also what am I getting at here? You know, it's gonna be completely new to me. I've never been there before, other than like I started up a God, you're so useless. I started up a quick like character in Darker Dam to make sure the mod was working right, which is a test. And it is working just fine, thankfully. But I didn't like look around or anything like that. I just spawned in, was like, yep, I'm here. It exists. Okay. Man, this is alright. Thank you, Burglar Perk. Okay, you shut up. Or you alert someone to my presence. Alright. Pardon me, I keep clicking the wrong stuff. So we got some electrician stuff, some first aid stuff, virology. I don't give. Fine, I'll take the dancing stuff. I might come and play. It probably won't, but you never know. This character is a nerd, so let's take computer games. Computer games, I say, as if I'm not literally a person sitting here playing a video game right now. A pot would be nice. Actually, that thermos can hold water, so that will be our water source. Fill empty thermos. Cool. So now, because of the auto drink, we do not have to worry about water again for a while. Yippee! Ooh, kitchen knife. Attach that to belt life. It's a bit damaged, and I mean knives aren't really that great anyway. They break pretty quick. It also doesn't help that I'm not particularly good at the old knife trick. Not anymore anyway. That's since it got nerfed like way back in the day, but it's fine. I don't now that I think about it, though, I do actually kind of, I probably will use the knife first, because I do have all those blade traits, so all the short and long blade are really my, my forte. We need a thing of soap. Don't really care about the towel. It's not really that relevant. I don't care about the shed. I'm probably going to inevitably come to regret not looking at that shed because there's probably like a generator in there or some shit, and I'm not gonna know about it, even though I spawned right next to it, just like in the last series. But, I'm banking on that not mattering because of, you know, the whole premise of us escaping Riverside to this new place. I am trying to stock up on garbage bags because that was an issue last time with the water collectors. I wasn't able to make many of them because I completely forgot about garbage bags. So yeah, trying to avoid that mistake. Herbal remedies, sure. You know, every game that you play in a game like this is every game in a game like this that you play is a learning experience, right? You learn a little bit more each time, so the next time you don't repeat the same mistakes. I'm really just not able to check for alarms on fucking Windows, am I? Whatever. Just put it on the door. If there's nothing on the door, then there's nothing on the windows. And the door is always easy. Okay. It's a nice place. Oh, alright. Well, that's the first one of those that's, giving me the old middle finger. But, you know. There we go. Pardon me for a second. I just got to redecorate this room so that I can get out of this corner. Okay. Let me just make sure there's no zombies in here. At least in this main room. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, a lot of good food around here. Ice cream. We're overweight this time? I'm used to going underweight, but I think I am overweight this time, aren't I? Yes, I am. Okay, so we will not be eating any ice cream. Not yet, anyway. Not anytime soon. It is not bulking time. I actually would really like a cook pot. Let's see if I can take that with me. Coffee beans are really good, too. Alright, so this is all I can take. The duffel's already, filling up. Yeah, 17 out of 18. The pot is... Well, the pot's only one. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of shit in these garbage bags. Or in one of the garbage bags, anyway. That's, taking up a lot. Plus all the books are, oops. White encumbering. So, this is about all we're gonna get in the backpack, unless I find some stuff, or in the duffel, unless I find some stuff that I really want more. Is this a machete? Oh, it's a bread knife. What the fuck? That's a big-ass bread knife. I guess it's a perspective thing. This bread knife's bigger than my chef's knife. Although, I guess I have seen, but not, like, personally, but I've seen, large bread knives for cutting, like, big, like, baguette-style things. I mean, I have a bread knife, but it's, like, tiny. I mean, it's long, but it's tiny. So, yeah, not too great at, stuff. Any of these, modded clothing that is a little bit better at protecting me than the default stuff. Just drop the jeans on the ground. Frying pan can't fit in there, okay. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was getting at anymore. Either way, the point being that, it's a very large bread knife on the table. I'm sure that's what I was talking about originally. I have no idea where I tangented it off to, but I'm sure it was nowhere important. So we still haven't found any... I mean, I guess I could have taken that alarm clock with me to give me some method of telling time. Oh, right, I was looking at my skills. Yeah, so really what we want is long blade, which, you know, not a very good starting thing to want to go for. Long blade weapons are not commonly found, like, easily. And, like, you know, there's no real good ways to make them either. Oh, antidepressants. I am sure I will need those eventually. Okay. Oh no, it's a gnome. Evil little thing. Alright. Character's getting hungry, but that is a good thing for once. I am not worried about us losing weight for once. Yippee. Okay. Kind of just using the knife at will here because, a couple of reasons. For one, our trait that we have that, one of the specialty in blades, Prowess Blade, makes it so that, our bladed weapons degrade slower. So, these bladed weapons are just better to use than any other type for us, because they will last longer, even though bladed weapons, you know, usually have lower durability, so they last shorter than other weapons. They're probably, like, maybe similar, like, degrade rate, if I'd have to guess. So that's one thing. But the other thing is that I want to get the skill in short blade up, since it's more likely that we're going to be using short blade. Because short blade weapons are just a lot more common. Oh boy. There's a lot of stuff here. We're also pretty good at axes too, but I'd rather not use that axe for that. Alright, oh boy. I'm just backing off a little bit here because there's a lot of noise going on. Pretty sure there's more than one in there. Because I heard a door bang. And kitchen knife lost some dura there. But it's a pretty strong weapon with our traits, so. Did I not hear a door bang? I don't hear anything now. Move broken glass. Almost clicked climb through there. That would have been a poor decision. So I wanted to go back in here and think about this for a second. I really want this fire axe, so let's put this on my back. It's gonna. We might get a little bit overweight here in a little, but oh yeah. So I've included the mod that makes it so that any of the moodlets, whatever, that pop up over here, give it an exact description of what they do, so I don't have to bring this up. Because last series, there was this, at least to me, running joke of I would bring up a trait and be like, oh yeah, this is how this works, this, and this, saying things that I wasn't exactly certain of, and also I would usually forget to put it up on screen so that people could actually, like, see what the fuck I'm talking about and, like, you know, see that I'm not talking out my ass. But I would pretty much never remember to actually put it on screen. I forgot constantly. So, instead of relying on my god-awful memory and ridiculously busy schedule to actually come through on that, instead, now whenever I get a moodlet, I can just mouse over it, and it tells you exactly what it does. And then, you know, if I don't stay over it too long, just pause the video and read it out if you feel. So that should make things a little bit easier on everyone. I think one of these screwdrivers, if they weren't damaged. We have electrician one already, I know that. I was paying attention when I grabbed books, for the most part. Nothing crazy yet. We're gonna still want, you know, the classic carpentry and metalworking books. Those are really, like, our big deal early game, especially the carpentry one. But, you know, it's up in the air as to whether or not we'll get lucky with that yet. It's funny the icon for this is like a grilled chicken leg when it's uncooked. It should be... that's a bit misleading. Jesus. Oh. Ooh, cooked salmon. No. We need to lose weight. Don't eat it. It's... whenever I see, like, you know, the random event where it's like, oh, this was cooked. I always want to, I always want to grab it, but... and just, like, you know, eat it immediately, because that's just the, you know, the most efficient thing to do, is just like, you know, oh, well, it's cooked, so let's eat it. But that's not actually that useful, because we are trying to lose weight. We need to lose 15 kilos, so... kitchen knife's gonna go soon, but that's fine. Yes. Turn that fucking alarm off. Alright. We know it is now 5:30 p.m. Very nice. Thank you, Digital Watch. You are a lifesaver. Goodbye, kitchen knife. Very unfortunate. Okay. Oh, and since it'll probably come up, obviously we have a lot more traits than what we started with in the intro. The music traits are assigned randomly by the music mod. So, we like jazz, but we don't like metal. Unfortunate. Well, admittedly, I guess I'm not that much of a metalhead. I do like, kind of, like, mixed metal, like rock metal stuff, but... Where was I? No alarm, so nice and easy. Get in there. If I have to, I'll use the axe, since the old kitchen knife is broken now, but, rather not, so I will try to avoid it. Really nice, honestly, being able to see the negative calorie counter here, because it's one of the things that can be kind of hard to wrap your head around in Zomboid, I feel. That, you know, when you let your character get hungry, not only are you, you know, just going and eating something isn't like guaranteed to be a fix for it. You gotta overcome the negative calories from when you weren't eating. So, this is a nice thing. Oh yeah, I was talking about the music. Yeah, so our character likes jazz, but they don't like metal, so we'll maybe keep that in mind. Oh, it stopped raining, nice. Oh. Well. I can't say no to a good old Project Zomboid game, CD, can I? Oh, the rain has begun again. That's fine. Anyway, yeah, so those two are assigned randomly at game start. I don't get to choose those. Or I think you might, maybe you can, but like, I don't think so now without like dev mode or something. Alright, I'm gonna use the hammer here. As much as we aren't that good at blunt weapons. Okay, we're actually a god gamer with blunt weapons for some reason. Don't know why. Okay. So. Where the fuck are we, actually? Okay, so we're, like, suburbs, like, hard suburbs. I think I'm actually gonna go this way. Stop crouch walking, I'm just regular walk. We've killed most of the zombies around here, it seems. Thank you, low pop. It's kind of crazy that there's, like, this many zombies out here, at point 2. There's a zombie out front of our, place we started in. Excuse me, I did not do that. It makes me wonder how many zombies are here on, 1 times pop. I mean, like, at game start. Because, of course, like, you know, the number of zombies in the world does ramp up on default settings, too. It starts at 1, like, 1 times, and then it ramps up over, the following month to 1.5, and then it stops, right? Unless you have respawn on, of course. But yeah, I've been to, I think I've been to Riverside, like, on a random expedition with a friend of mine before. It's hard to remember at this point, because that was, like, a playthrough or 2 ago. And I don't remember anything about it, but, I do remember there being a lot of zombies. Of course. Oh, the front door's busted. Nice. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thankful for the low starting pop thing. Oh, nothing in here, huh? Is this just, like, this place completely empty, or there's nothing at all? Yeah, alright. Well, stop wasting my time, then. Okay, well, I want to get more exploration done. No, yeah, we'll keep going. It's only 7:20. It's just, it's getting dark, so I want to get a safe place to stay, but I don't think there's that many zombies over here, so I'm gonna do the slightly stupid thing and just keep pushing. Get the short. Man, you really can't go wrong with short blunt. Here I am making this entire character, its entire thematic is like, you know, oh, he studied the blade, he uses bladed weapons, and then I pick up a single hammer, and I'm just going crazy, knocking zombies down in 1 hit every single time. Like, come on. Come on, game, stop it. Stop tempting me back to the short, blunt lifestyle. Although, to be fair, I was using long blunt more than short blunt in the last game. Short blunt, I don't even really have that good of, like, a history with short blunt. Usually short blunt weapons fail me a lot, like hammers and, like, meat tenderizers and stuff like that. Usually I have a lot of issues getting zombies down with them in comparison to long blunt, like baseball bats and crowbars. It's all RNG though when it comes to the end of the day. I mean, that's what it always ends up being like with Zomboid, where it's like you start using a weapon and you get really lucky and it's like, oh man, this feels fucking great. Why am I not using this more often? And then you know, you go and use it another day and then it just absolutely sucks. But then you're like, oh, well, that, you know, it could have just been a fluke because you're, you know, completely just trying to justify your previous belief that the weapons actually got here and not just completely random. Although, now that I think about it, I'm being a fool. I have the weapon overhaul, the melee weapon overhaul installed. I have no idea how that affects these weapons. I really need to... I'm kind of two minds on this, on whether or not I should... Nice. On whether or not I should look into, like, how the melee weapon overhaul actually, like, affects all these weapons. Because I haven't. And I kind of wanted to not. Because, you know, it's more interesting if I figure it out as I go, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep here for a night, I think. Right, I like to figure things out as I go. I don't like to rely on just, like, looking stuff up a lot. So, I'm still probably just not going to do anything with it. I'm probably just going to, you know, just figure it out as I go, just at, like, by feel. But I completely neglected that aspect of this. I completely forgot that I had that installed, and that's probably why the weapons feel different. Why this hammer seems to be doing incredibly well. But it could be random, too, so, like, who knows? Like, exactly how much of that is a part of that. Who knows? I'm talking in circles. Either way, it's getting too late for me to be able to see well outside, so I'm going to let Wes spend the night in this small home, and then, well, first things first, we can, unfortunately, we don't have a red pen. I can just do it in blue for now, and I can do it later. So we spawned in this house, and we have cleared all of these, I think. And we cleared this, too. I don't know if we went to this. Yeah, we did, because this was the shed that I didn't go to. I'm gonna do this so that I remember that I haven't looked in that shed just in case for later. And eventually I'll erase all this and replace it with red. But that's our beginnings here in Riverside. I don't know exactly what part of Riverside we're at. Judging by where we are on, like, the big map board here, we're probably near the top of it, I think. It's kind of hard to tell because it's like the addition of Darker Dam, I think it, you know, warps this a bit. But, yeah. So I think that's roughly what's going on here. Of course, let's do that. That's gonna be it for our first day. I'm probably just gonna I'm gonna have Wes read some of these books we got and just you know, get a little bit further on in the night so we wake up at a decent time, and then we will continue in the morning. I'll see you then. Good morning, folks. We're back. It's 5 a.m. Unfortunately, still raining out. Wes got a decent night's sleep. We're also a bit encumbered here. This is mostly because of the lack of food. Try and alleviate this a little bit. Drop that. I'm not staying in this house long term, so I don't care about dropping stuff on the floor. Please do not go after me for this. I know I said that I'm not going to drop stuff on floors, but this place is, functionally irrelevant for me, so just try and keep this stuff down. So, here we are. Like I said, on the morning, I'm leaving that frying pan. I don't really need it, and I mean, eventually I will need one for stir frying, but you you know, they're not that uncommon, so... a big part of our heavy load here is because of our hunger. We're very hungry, so the that hunger, while useful for losing weight, is causing us to be unable to carry as much. So I think I'm gonna let the poor guy eat a little bit. I'm gonna eat half of this Kung Pao chicken here. Yummy. See what that does for us. Not a ton. But I think that's enough for now. I'd like to get this down to 1. I could leave some stuff behind, but I kind of don't want to, because I'm not going to come back, so... As you can see, we started reading Electrician 1, because it's the only Volume 1 that we found so far. It's kind of, not exactly the thing I'd like to start with. You know, obviously, I'd much rather start off with a more useful book, like, Carpentry 1, obviously, is the big, most important one. Carpentry 1 is, by far the most important Volume 1 in the game, in my opinion. But we don't have that, so we make do. I mean, Electrician 1's useful, eventually. We're going to need that electrical skill. And I mean, if anything, it's actually really not that bad now that I think about it, to start with Electrician 1, because we need to be able to hotwire cars. Like, to get from here to Durkerdam, most likely, we're going to go via car. So, I'm going to need to teach this guy how to hotwire a car sooner rather than later. Guy hasn't seen us yet. Let's check for alarms. Alarm. Man. I'm pretty sure that part of the fucking... Oh, hello. Wow. Get destroyed, idiot. Alright. What was I saying? I'm pretty sure part of the, Oh, absolutely wear this. Part of the... What the hell was I talking about? I'm losing my mind. Part of the perk trait, Locksmith. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just part of Burglar. I was pretty sure that not, like, having less likely of a chance to break locks on windows was part of Locksmith, but I guess it's part of Burglar, actually, instead? Like, the actual... Oh my god. I'm actually getting to the point where this house is maybe unenterable unless I break a window. This is crazy. Actually, Fort Knox. What is going on here? Alright, you must die because you were too close now. Jesus. Okay, I'm legitimately, like, shocked that this hammer has, like, such a high rate of knocking people over. I'm going to not push zombies purposefully for a while. I'm just gonna hit them with the hammer because I want to see what the extent of this is. This seems kind of nuts. Okay, I'm actually gonna take this red pen because that'll let me redo those markings tonight. A little bit of a frame drop there. Nothing serious though. Alright, what we got? Carpentry 2. I cannot say no to that. Goodbye, Dancing 5. I don't care. Dancing is a luxury. Carpentry is not. I need to take these wherever I can find them because they're super annoying to find when you need them. Foraging. First Aid 1. I really like that as well because I do not have it. Alright, let's down this almond milk. Drinking this whole carton of almond milk. Yeah, I know, it's heavy. Get over it. Grow up. mean, like, if it's short blunt 0 and I'm just, like, whacking down zombies in one hit. I mean, admittedly, you know, I don't know how much damage I'm doing. But I, like, just being able to knock down in one smack with a hammer is crazy. It's making me further regret my decision to go for the blade, bro. What is this? What is this new short blunt where it's insane? I need disinfectant. Ugh, whatever, I'll find more. I don't really know why I'm gonna look through all of these. Kinda don't really care unless I find, like, a big pen or an eraser. But I did not. Cheese sandwich, bacon and eggs. That's kind of like my fridge. Well, minus the cheese sandwich. I don't know who makes a cheese sandwich and then, like, saves it. That's kind of weird. Like, if you're at the point where... I mean, I guess, actually, now that I think about it, probably the majority of people that end up making a cheese sandwich are doing it because they're, like, broke. So, I guess maybe, like, making a cheese sandwich and then saving half of it for later is kind of, like, more reasonable than I give it credit for. I'm an outlier. When I was younger, I made cheese sandwiches, not because I was completely broke, but because I was lazy. Okay, well, this guy isn't going down in one hit. Alright. We're going to chalk it up to luck. Just like I was originally saying. 1530. Pardon me for a second. I need to check the carry capacity on duffel bags because I don't remember it off the top of my head. Oh, I can't do it when it's on the ground either, can I? I have to, it has to be like... Well, I mean, it's 18 is the... I just can't check the encumbrance difference. Reduction, but, I mean, the duffel's gonna be better. It's almost always linear when it comes to, I guess I can't say it's linear, but I know that generally, if the carry amount is less, then the weight reduction is also usually going to be less, so it's not really relevant. Just doing this real quick because sometimes you get lucky and the key is on the ground next to the car. It is not in this case. I'm not gonna bother going into the church because there's almost never anything in churches in this game, so I'm not going to waste my time, but there is some more stuff over this way, so let's go. Yeah, so like I thought, and like I was saying before, even with the overhaul, we're gonna chalk up all those other zombies getting one tap downed to it's short blunt. Yeah, it's probably like more likely in this with that mod to knock down, because I mean it's sort of like that makes sense, right? If you're gonna be like, oh, which type of weapon do you think would be most likely to knock down someone when you hit them with it? Well, a blunt weapon realistically would be the most, you know, if you're going to gamify it in that manner, it would probably be blunt weapons. Wow. Ooh, a jerry can would be nice. Remember, there's a jerry can here. I saw it. I want it eventually. So it makes sense that blunt weapons would be that niche, and it makes sense that the mod probably increases that, like, percentage chance of it knocking down. It's not like every time, though, obviously, seeing as that guy took 3 hits before he went down. Oh, my lord. I'm still not really sure. I mean, this is the thing about starting in this place rather than, like, Rosewood or Muldraw, is that, you know, I have very little experience with this. Oh boy, I need this. I need Mechanics 1 really bad. I have very little experience with this city, and by that I mean, like, I've only maybe been here once, and I'm not even certain about that. So I remember basically nothing about it. So that being the case, I have no idea where we're going to set up shop, like, for starters. Like, I'm basically just going to be going house to house until I find a place that's got a second floor on it that I can, like, reasonably stay in. Um... I just wanted to see what is actually in here. So we actually had 2 copies of Electrician 3. I need this auto manual, definitely. Also not... I don't want to leave Mechanics 2 with the can. Do we have a can opener already? No. So we do need that. I don't give a shit about biochem. The rest of the stuff can just stay except for lighters. Do not leave the lighters, you moron. Okay, main thing here is because I want Mechanics 1. Alright, there we go. So, what else have we got in this place? I'm still kind of on the lookout... Oh, I'd like that cooking oil too, but oh well. I'm still on the lookout for more kitchen knives. Not bread knife, that damage is too low. Definitely still on the lookout for more kitchen knives. They're pretty decent off the bat here, since I'm actually trying to be a blade character. I swear I'm not going to abandon the whole blade meme, because the game refuses to give me blade weapons, and short blunt seems to be insane. I promise I'm going to sorry, first day. I promise I'm going to actually try. If it comes down to it, I'll make my own damn blade weapons and use those rather than abandon the gimmick. Let's see what the game gives us, though. I mean, I need to get out of this suburb, really. I think this this place isn't going to be too good for me in the long term. These houses are small and they have very little in them. I just kind of feel like, you know, it's a disease in me that I don't want to leave houses unchecked when I see them. Especially this place. It's got a crate in it. Don't I have commercial models? Isn't that the one that I have? It's the most important one. Yeah. That's another one of those magazines. I don't know if I touched on this in the last playthrough, because I think I just like found it randomly early on and I didn't think about it, but commercial models is an important find, because without it you can't work on the majority of vehicles in the game. Of course, you know, it depends. What you can work on depends on what knowledge you have. So, like, you know, if the vehicle that you want to work on isn't like a default car, then you're gonna need something else like performance or whatever. But the majority of vehicles in the game, at least the base game, without the modded stuff that I use, is commercial models. So you really want to get your hands on that book. All right, so there's the river. As quickly as possible. Usually it's pretty easy to find, though. Unlike the Generator magazine, it's like... I could go for a bagel. Yeah, bagels are pretty nice. Ooh, well. Unlike the Generator magazine, though, you can find it in places really easily, so... No key. You can go to any, like, mechanic shop, there's a bunch of those, so you can pretty easily find it. Okay, so that's something to worry about. While that's happening, though, because it's going to take ages, as I showed in the last episode of the last series, that zombies take forever to break down doors. I'm just going to quickly check around, make sure that there is no key on the ground, or... I didn't include that mod, did I? There's a mod, that I was considering including, which I probably should have, in hindsight. Oh, hello. All it does is it makes it so that sometimes... Hello. Right. Short blunt. No AoE. Right. So, all it does is it makes it so that sometimes when you find a car that is, that doesn't have a key in the ignition or in the glove box or whatever, that you can instead find said key in the door. Like, because... What the fuck is that? Second zombie? Huh? Pardon? What the fuck was I hearing? Is it just this guy being noisy, or is it there... I don't know. lock myself in here with this guy, because that's a genius idea. I guess I'm just this idiot being noisy. Alright. Yeah, so, you know, older vehicles, because this isn't the thing anymore these days, I think. Well, I mean, almost certainly, because a lot of, really modern cars don't actually have, like, physical keys anymore. They just, like, require you to have the fob in the car, and then you hit a button, right? But, you know, majority of older vehicles have a physical key, and you can, you know, even though nobody does this anymore, only with, like, other, like, really old vehicles, you can unlock the car door physically with the key. The idea being that, you know, it's likely, I mean, obviously, in the game setting of Zomboid, this is taking place quite a while ago, so, you know, all of the cars are like this, where they all have physical keys and stuff, so it makes sense for that to be a circumstance, right? Where you're just like, you know, you walk up on a car and it's like, oh, there's the key in the door. I guess the owner was trying to get into it when they got, you know, swarmed or whatever. Makes sense from a zombie game perspective as well. However, I did not install that mod because I kind of wanted to keep the pack a little bit lean. I mean, it's got a decent amount of mods in it as is, although a lot of that is just vehicles. Sorry for the camera. I just thought I saw something. But yeah, I wanted to try and keep it somewhat lean because I have included a couple of pretty sizable mods, like the overall stuff, and then Dam in particular is like pretty big. So I didn't want to bog down the pack too much. You tease me, game, but I do not fall for it. But yeah, didn't include that. Very cool mod though. Recommend it, I think. I mean, I haven't played with it, but I think that anything that adds to like the immersive quality of getting a player to be able to use vehicles, I think is pretty worthwhile. Because if anything, finding a key in a car door makes a little more sense to me than like, you know, just finding the key on the ground. Because that is like, you know, that's the reason why I'm using the search function. Because sometimes you can search near a vehicle and find the key to that vehicle on the ground. And that, I mean, that makes almost the same amount of sense, right? Like, realistically, the idea there is the same, where it's like, you know, the owner was trying to get to their car, but then they got swarmed by a zombie or whatever, and they didn't actually make it. So it's not like it's unreasonable, but, you know, it's just like another little flavor thing. I don't know why I just did that without looking to see if this place had an alarm, but you know what? I did, so... This is a bait shop, so realistically I'm only going to find fishing crap here, so I don't care too much, because I am not going to be doing fishing anytime soon. Yeah, it does, oh, these are full water barrels, too. You know, eventually this place would be nice, because I can come back here and grab a bunch of fishing stuff if I want to do fishing, but it's probably not going to happen. Just because this isn't that kind of playthrough. I mean, generally the idea with this playthrough, I probably mentioned it already, but like, you know, I wanna explore new places, broaden my Zomboid horizons by seeing new locations and checking out map mods and stuff. Because that's really what I want to do with these series in the future. Is I want to you know, check out more of what like the Zomboid community has to offer while I'm waiting for the new build to come out, because you know what they're saying, the devs are saying it's coming this year. But you know, that being the case, I'd like to see what these map mods have in store, because these mods are probably very high on the list of things that will not work when the new build comes out. I mean, admittedly, I don't know too much about modding in this game. Yes, thank you. I don't know too much about modding in this game, unlike some other games, but, yeah, I was right, we're at the north side. But I can imagine that map mods are going to be kind of a pain to get ported into the new build. So, this is where we are. We're on the outskirts of the town. We're technically not even in Riverside, really, because Riverside ends here and we're up here. But we're close. So, once we can start going down south here, we're going to be really getting into it. Which is fine by me, because that's what I'm trying to do. Even though it's, you know, risky. I just looked at my recording time, and this episode is going to be a long one, but it is the start of a new series, so it's, you know, it's fine, right? It's a nice big premiere, yay, big exciting. Yeah, so we'll go until the end of this day, and then we'll stop when we find a nice place to stay, which is not going to be too far off. It's already 1:40. We did get an early start on this day, but you know, I do need to start thinking about where I want to be, because now that I'm going to be getting into the town, even with the lower starting zombie population, yeah, I can imagine there's going to be more zombies than we've seen so far. Ooh, that is a nice car. Too bad it's in a car wreck meta thing. Or actually, if you look, we're capped out on negative calories. So if I wanted to get rid of our tier 2 hunger here, I would have to eat quite a bit. But that's fine. Again, we're trying to lose weight, so we're not even at 2 down yet, because we're only at hunger 2. There's a lot of zombies over here. I do be seeing a lot of zombies. Pardon me. Open trunk up. So what the hell is this? It's some sort of store or something. Maybe like a small grocery store or something like that? That one see me? I don't look like it. No, it didn't. It just wandered this way. Identical twins over here. This one and this one. Yeah, we are getting some... Nothing crazy. Just some packs of 2. None of them are following me, because I am going to have to engage these guys, because I want to keep going this direction. I really want to get into, like, the actual town, and see, like, housing. Please, game. Nice. And now we stand on this one and hit this one. Pardon me? Oh, whatever. Okay. Beat up screwdriver. Ooh, yeah, here we go. This is a house. 2-story housing, maybe? Kind of looks like 1 story. As per always, even without a sledgehammer, I would like to live in a 2-story building. I mean, I'm not exactly picking out a place to live forever, but generally 2 stories are just safer, so... That's what I'm kind of looking for here. Plus, you know, these houses are, this beat-up thing. Oh, I didn't realize this was a modded vehicle. Neat. Well, I mean, I don't have any intention of going to these places, but, hello. I am really glad that I could actually get out there and, like, walk along the side. I thought it was parked up too close, but... Honk. Gotta get our boy a cigarette soon. I'm going to do that actually now while I have the opportunity. The interesting thing about the Dynamic Traits World mod that makes all the traits dynamic, or, you know, earnable or removable, I don't know why I just did that, is that Smoker is actually one of the traits that is dynamic. Or Evolving Traits World is the mod's name, not dynamic. But yes, Smoker is actually a dynamic trait. So, if I were to make my character absolutely miserable for a while, I could get him to quit smoking, which might be something I do. Maybe. Probably not, though, because, honestly, smoking in Project Zomboid is overpowered. It's an air quotes negative trait that is actually, like, extremely positive, because it lets you just kill anxiety, like, very easily. And because of the Smoker mod, we, boy. I was too slow there. We probably won't be running into too many issues with, actually acquiring cigarettes, because there are ways around it with Smoker mod. Yippee! I like the smoker mod. It makes smoking in Zomboid not the worst. Which admittedly probably just makes it kind of overpowered, but yeah, whatever. It's a single player game. Well, at least when I'm playing it, usually. I'm not the kind of person that harps on about balance in games where I'm playing alone. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, outside of stuff that's just like blatantly like, oh, I am using a cheat engine and I'm flying around the map. Haha, this is balanced. Haha. Like, you know, I'm not doing that, but... Admittedly, though, I do actually have, I have cheat menu installed, not on this playset, but for my, my other playset, because I use it for, getting screenshots or thumbnails and stuff. And for just, like, checking things to make sure that the mod pack isn't broken. But rest assured, what you see is what you get. I do not use it with the actual series. So, anyway, looking at this van, just to make sure there's nothing in here that I really want. I do want the cigarettes. I don't care about Louisville. This is a 22. I do not... guns are guns. I can't say that I don't care about guns after the last series where I got myself killed trying to get guns. Because otherwise I'm a hypocrite, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. Or at least I want to try and be as little of a hypocrite as I can, because, you know, generally humans tend to be hypocrites anyway, not even, like, on purpose, it just happens. You know, ideas change and all that. Situations dictate different responses. Do I have Metalwork 1? I don't think I do. I have the mechanics books, right, on Metalwork. Well, I definitely need Metalwork 1. Another damaged screwdriver. What's on the counter here? Whoa, soup. Yeah. I was considering eating the bowl of soup. Again, my urge to just devour things that are pre-made in Zomboid is, was taking over me, but we do need to lose weight, so I'm not going to. Because, oh, I just realized that I haven't talked about this, even though I started talking about it, like, ages ago, but, the other traits that the game, that we have that weren't a part of our original character design are out of shape. We get this because we are overweight. It's a package deal with Evolving Traits World. Oh my god, how many fucking zombies are in there? They're all dressed like pizza delivery guys. What the fuck? What the hell's going on here? Alright, come on out. Oh no, he's wearing a Kentucky hat. What the fuck? Are you coming out? No, you're just jump scaring me. What is going on here? Move from glass. So he's got a pair of scissors in his arm. What's up with you people? Weirdos. Health? Why? Oh, we just got hungrier. Okay. So, rather than pick up something in the world and eat, we're gonna eat something that is on us so that I can conserve on weight. So, we're going to have a can of fruit cocktail. There must be one in one of the cabinets near us because it showed up as 2, but I do not have 2. I only have 1. Okay. Throw this on the ground, save the cigarette butt. I don't need a smart shirts map either. Okay. So. Yeah, there's more fruit cocktail there. Don't need it though. Don't want more stuff. Don't want to weigh us down. Churros. Yummy. Oh, they were all wearing, like, baseball shirts. I guess they were watching a baseball game. That's pretty funny. Not intentional. Well, I mean, I guess I am intentionally, but dating this video, it's the Super Bowl currently today in the U.S. Football, big thing that I don't really care about. But yeah, it is that today while I'm recording this. So I'm sure a bunch of other people are gathered around in houses watching the big game. I sure as hell not, but you know, that's just me. Oh, nothing particularly useful in this place, unless there's something in here. Probably just like a little shelf. New hammer. Huh. I swear I'm going bladed weapons. Believe me, please. Please, please believe me. I'm not a liar. The game just won't give me anything. Ah. Drop this thing. Maybe the Ruger. It's still a lot, but it's fine. I can still... I'm not taking damage, so... Alright, it's getting a bit late. I might end up having to stay in one of these houses. Milk and more. Milk convenience store. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna end up having to stay in one of these houses tonight. Unfortunately, they're all, ooh, survivor house. There's gonna be zombies in here, but ooh. Hello. Oh my god, zombie jump scare. Oh. There's a zombie over here, I think. This little copse of trees. I think, at least. I saw it for like a sec. Who? Pardon? Sir, pardon me, but I do not know where you came from. Where the hell did you come from? Over there, maybe? Did he, like, go around and then up and around? What the fuck was that all about? Maybe he was out back, and I just didn't look. I would really like to get in this place, but this is kind of a mess. There's at least 2, maybe 3 zombies in there. This is where I'm gonna find a good blade weapon, if I'm gonna find one. Either that or, you know, 12 bats or something, and make further my my claim of being a blade character irrelevant and incorrect. Well, I'm just gonna let them bang away. I'm kind of reticent. God, I'm hearing all kinds of raring. I'm kind of reticent to try and remove barricades from a window that's actively being banged on by zombies. It's kind of sketchy, so I'm going to instead check out these buildings. They seem a lot more safe. As there is a zombie inside banging on something. I don't see anything. This window is open, so let's take the invitation as it is and just go inside. It's this room right here. Alright, well, as always, kids, don't try this at home. It's dangerous. Whoa! Hazmat, man! Yeah, so always be ready. If anything, what I did there was kind of bad. You should probably push off the start rather than swinging. Because if you swing poorly, you could easily get bit in a situation like that. I probably mentioned this all the time in the last series, but you know, new series, might as well reiterate some things. Never hurts to be prepared in Zomboid. It helps out a lot. Just keeping these small tips in mind when you're playing Red. Yummy. Fuck all. This place does have a bedroom, but it's not a window, though. I don't want the window. So, how's it going over here? There's no zombies running at me yet, so I guess... Well, they wouldn't be running because there's no runners enabled. I'm still banging away. God, they're really going to town. There's a lot of zombies in there. At least 3, I think. Based on the amount of sounds I'm hearing. So this is almost broken, actually. There's only 1 board left here. Oh, well. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's, yeah, let's head on in, because the other windows look like they're all holding strong, so let's see what we can do here. Dangerous business trying to take over one of these places when there's this many fucking zombies inside, but... Alright, come on. Let's do this the safe way. Pardon? Dude literally just went right back to his door? Okay. Come on, dude. If you're a real zombie, then come and fight me. You dead? Okay, you're dead. You're just a model. Alright. You are the only one I hear, I think. Again. Should be shoving instead of hitting, but... Okay. Well, as far as I can hear, house clear. Good. So let's start looking for the weapons. Places like this always have tons of weapons. That is what I'm here for. Yeah, there we go. So we got 2 spiked baseball bats, a long-handled sledgehammer, Jesus. 2 crowbars, and another baseball bat. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I mean, those spiked baseball bats are really nice. I'm already carrying so much stuff. I might just have to... Oh, man. Wooden spear. Oh, there we go. Taiga machete. This fucking thing. The Taiga is a melee weapon that shows up in another game that I play a lot. Escape from Tarkov. And it is a very expensive melee weapon in that game. For no reason other than clout and the fact that it's rare. I actually found one last wipe, so beginning of last year. Or well, not beginning of last year. No, it was the wipe. Wow, yeah, I guess it was the wipe before last, because it was the beginning of last year. It wasn't the wipe, the previous wipe, because the previous wipe was a short one, before the current one. Yeah. Anyway. I found one of the Taiga machetes in a crate, and I sold it for a fucking ton of money, which was pretty neat. Just a little story about the old Taiga machete. It's just literally this, but nice, very good bladed weapon. It is a short blade. That's fine. We're skilled in both. Our skills apply to both short and long blade, although of course we are more proficient with long blade than short, but it's fine. It's a very good weapon for us nonetheless. And with this, we're basically done with this neighborhood. There's only like one more house we haven't checked. And good timing, too, because it's getting quite late. This is a weird place. It's just like one room. I wouldn't mind living like this, though. This isn't too bad. Kind of like studio-style thing, where it's like all one room with the bathroom separated. It's neat. I like it. Kind of unfortunate that the bedroom in this place is the one broken open window, because otherwise I would stay there for the night, but... I think we're gonna check this place out for a place to stay, since it's the furthest along our path. Oh my goodness. Alright. Nice. This thing has AoE damage. Good. Multi-hit. Go away. Random gun event. Spooking me. Need to get to bed soon. Yeah, I know you do. Oh, wow. Yeah, actually you do. Alright, let's hope that there's no alarm and just get in here and kill this guy before he breaks the fucking window or something. don't need that because it's the key to this house, but whatever. Okay, so here we are. We're probably going to stay here for tonight. Was this another one of those studio things? Yeah. I really don't want to stay in one of these, actually. Alright, enough indecisive crap. Let's get to one of the other houses I already cleared out. We're gonna stay in one of them. I'm taking damage. Oh, shit. We haven't taken too much so far. It's because we haven't eaten. Tired and we haven't eaten. Not really much I can do about it. I really need a place to store shit. This place had a bedroom, right? Yes, it does. Good. Okay. Well, first things first, let's close these windows. Or close the curtains. We're going to quickly give our guy a bite to eat because he's a bit too hungry. Let's eat this churro. I know that I really shouldn't because I really want to get this to being double down. I want to get this weight gone, but I don't want us to have to worry about the hunger causing us pain thing. So we'll just do that. We're still losing weight, but we're not, you know, dying of it anymore. Alright, and that is going to be it for not only this day, but this episode. It's gone on quite a bit long with the intro included, I think. But, you know, it's the first episode, so why not? I hope you all enjoyed. I think that this is going to be a pretty interesting series. It's going to be a bit more guesswork on my part and a bit more involved. I'm not in a very familiar environment. I guess I don't know Riverside and I don't know Darker Dam at all, so it's going to be quite a interesting one. If not, maybe also shorter because I might end up getting myself killed more easily. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's Zomboid, right? You know, we roll with the punches. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to be working on both this and in the longer term, I'm going to be working on putting together the last series into like one single like comprehensive video with like probably like different commentary. As like a long-term project, just because it's like something that I want to do with these series. So that, you know, look forward to that coming out sometime in the future. Probably not for a few months because it's going to take me some time to sort through it all. But, you know, that's something to look forward to in the future. Don't forget that in the description, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is the mod list for this playthrough. It's in a collection on Steam. All you gotta do is go there and hit subscribe to this collection. You can, you know, overwrite your current mods with it and then just run it if you want to, you know, run these mods as your list or just, you know, add to your own. Either way. Everything should be, you know, plug and play with that as far as it goes. Also, don't forget, below that in the description is links to my Patreon and my Ko-fi if you feel like supporting me. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.